Prince Andrew and Ghislaine Maxwell are about to be exposed, people. It might get a little ugly for them. Let's talk about it. So, I don't know if y'all have heard this, but a judge just said yesterday that court documents that were previously sealed are going to have to be unsealed for the eyes of the public. Now, this is only going to happen because the Miami Herald, of course it's Miami. I'm telling y'all, if y'all understood how Miami news and media operates, y'all wouldn't be surprised either. I'm gonna tell you why. Watching Miami local news or Orlando, just South Florida and Central Florida news in general, you would think you were watching an incoherent action movie. Not joking. They put out some hard-hitting stuff and they go after the stories that would generally make other people uncomfortable to go after. Or the Orlando Sentinel was the only reason I knew that there were 25,000 false COVID tests that were handed out and that a lab basically got closed because of it. So I'm not surprised that the Miami Herald went out of their way to sue in order to make this happen. Now, what does this mean? Or more importantly, I guess, why is it happening? So you can understand why it's a big deal. It's happening because there was a defamation lawsuit a while back. It was in 2016. And Virginia Roberts Guffrey, or Juffrey, I'm not really sure which pronunciation it is. I believe she was actually the one being sued by Ghislaine Maxwell because she's probably telling on her. Now, obviously, in a lawsuit such as this, even though the lawsuit ended in a settlement, actually, it might have been in reverse, I guess. Probably in reverse, where she was suing Ghislaine Maxwell. Because what Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell have done, if you watch the documentary, actually, the recent one, what they do is they defame people. Same thing happened, actually, to the lawyer that was out here in Boca or Palm Beach that was investigating Epstein. He was in a defamation lawsuit with Epstein at one point too. So this is what they do when you try to expose them. Now, this particular case actually got pretty far. It got so far that there was a point where Ghislaine Maxwell got deposed for 7 hours. Let's check out what Forbes has to say about this. It says that Roberts Guffrey's deposition by Maxwell's attorneys is also included in a dozen documents to be released. And there was a 7-hour deposition at the hands of Virginia Roberts' lawyers on the subject of Maxwell's relationship with both professional and personal with Epstein. Now, this deposition, people, it's 400 pages. Yeah. Now, the judge, her name is Judge Laska. The Maxwell's attorneys try to get her to rescind the release because they're trying to get the order appealed. However, surprisingly enough, Judge Laska ruled on Thursday that if the Second Circuit did not move to accept the appeal within a week, which, by the way, generally doesn't happen, the documents will be made public. So even if they're still in the process of appealing, the documents are going to be made public anyway if they don't win that appeal. Forbes goes on to say that in this context, it's important to remember how crucial Virginia Robert Guffrey's narrative of her 3 alleged encounters with Prince Andrew are to her claims of being trafficked. Yes, specifically to London, specifically at the hands of Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein. In this sense, it can be argued that the news of the release of the civil documents is worse for Prince Andrew than his old friend Maxwell. Since Andrew sits in a lux sort of confinement of his own making, unindicted, but inexorably at the forefront of thinking at every turn the criminal case against his friend takes. Asked on July 8th on ABC about Prince Andrew on a Sunday morning talk show, Attorney General Attorney General, I'm assuming over there. I'm like, why would his name be William? Attorney General Williams simply said that he, Andrew, should just come on in and talk to the FBI. With that simple aside, Barr echoed the message from the lead federal prosecutor, Ghislaine Maxwell, upon Maxwell's indictment in New York. Andrew should just hop on a plane. So, there you have it, people. It looks like it's about to hit the fan, specifically for Prince Andrew and Ghislaine Maxwell. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be worse for Ghislaine Maxwell or Prince Andrew, but it's probably going to be, at least in the in the immediate future, in the near future, it'll probably be worse for Prince Andrew. Now, the fact that these 400 documents, these 400 pages of Ghislaine Maxwell's deposition are going to be released, the fact that the lawyers are trying to prevent that from happening probably means there's some pretty, they wouldn't have, we know how our corrupt justice system works. Those documents wouldn't have been sealed if there was not some implicating problematic statements made by Ghislaine Maxwell or Prince Andrew. Will this make the situation open and shut? Probably not. But I will say that information that was gathered after Virginia sued Roberts Griffith, however you want to pronounce her name. But the information was so damning. It was conclusive enough that Maxwell's attorneys decided it was best to settle rather than continue to pursue this case and to defend Maxwell. Gotta wonder how much Epstein and Maxwell would just be settling all the time. You gotta really wonder how much money they got in their account. Seriously. But let's go ahead and give a major shout out to this Judge Laska. Shout out to her, because without her, none of this would be possible. So I genuinely appreciate her. We don't have that many judges who will uphold the law. And the last judge that we saw engage in this Epstein scandal, right? Her son was just killed in a drive-by shooting. And nothing has even gone down yet. Nothing serious. So it's important that we continue to see judges stand up for transparency in upholding the law. The only reason that cases are usually sealed is because of maybe other people involved, maybe there's some minors involved, or no, actually that's generally it. Or there's like top secret information, in which case some stuff could be redacted. But generally speaking, cases aren't sealed for people who are predators. You know that, right? In fact, our society claims to be so supportive of putting these people on blast that we even can look up predators in our own neighborhoods. We've never been concerned about protecting predators as far as the average person goes. So why would there, and why should there be an exception for somebody like Ghislaine Maxwell or Prince Andrew? There shouldn't be. And the judge who originally sealed that content was wrong. So shout out to this judge for upholding the law and maintaining transparency. I would like to know what you think about this. Do you think this could be kaputs for Ghislaine Maxwell and Prince Andrew? Because even though this is not directly involved in Ghislaine Maxwell's case, I should say once again, this couldn't have come at a more inconvenient time for her. It could not have come at a more inconvenient time. And this could be, and understand, people, those documents are precedent. She said whatever she said, and Prince Andrew said whatever he said under oath. A deposition, you can't lie during a deposition because you can be charged for that lie. This could be huge, huge news. And it's weird how justice comes from the weirdest of places, things that you would never even think about. Like, oh yeah, we're going to get information because you know how this case is going to go. Like, let's be honest, we knew that they were going to try to seal everything up, but it doesn't matter because, oh, what a surprise, Ghislaine Maxwell's in a trafficking case right now, but criminal trafficking case rather than a defamation lawsuit. And oh, what a surprise, a person who claimed to be trafficked by Ghislaine Maxwell is also about to get documents released on the whole situation from a totally different case. Just want everybody to know that Ghislaine Maxwell did not commit suicide, despite what they try to tell you. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to know what your thoughts are about this. Leave a like and a comment below. Share this video, but always remember, more than anything else, find your balance. Peace. If you like that segment of Mi Casa es Su Casa, don't forget to like the video and smash that subscribe button. Want access to members only live streams, behind the scenes footage, and other premium content? Well, you can endorse us on Rockman Premium, become a patron through Patreon, or you can sign up for the MCSC Premium membership through YouTube. All the links are in the description below. But hey, more than anything else, always remember,
find your balance.
Find your balance.
Find your balance.
Find your balance. Find your balance.
Find your balance. Find your balance.
Always remember, more than anything else, find your balance.
peace.